These are some of the common investing mistakes. If you're in an investment by now, you have already experienced. If this is the time you're considering investing, then you need to consider and think about these mistakes before you get to the business, because you want to avoid the mistakes as much as possible and maximize on your returns. We are here to make money, not to lose money. If you can avoid any loss, it's most welcome, and it is what we want to achieve. Hello good people, hope you're doing well. This is my name, and on this channel we talk about finance, personal development, travel and charity. If this is your kind of content, kindly consider subscribing and join the Just family. On to the video. We're going to talk about the common mistakes that you have to consider before you start investing. Number one, not doing enough research. You just want to invest, you have had your friend is investing, you have had it, a certain person has made it in life because of that investment. Let me tell you, some of the things you hear are not the truth. You need to be very cautious. You need to do your thorough research so that by the time you're getting into it, you understand end to end what it takes to be in that investment. That is understanding the risk, the challenges, the successes. Remember, some of these investments you can gain even 10 times or 100 times more instantly, and at the same time you can lose everything. So you need to understand what is at stake before you get into that investment. Otherwise, when trouble happens, you will have no one to blame except yourself. Even if you engaged an expert, that expert will give you based on the current projections and the estimations, but they can't give you 100% of what will happen. Theirs is based on what has been happening in the past and what experiences they have seen. Be very careful, understand, so that if success happens, you celebrate because you understood and you took the risk and it went well. If trouble comes, you accept and move on, especially that part of accept and move on, because you will win some, you will lose some. Sometimes we are having difficulties accepting an L, and we also want to always celebrate. Life is not a smooth sail. Even roses, which are so beautiful, they have thorns. So that is number one. Now the next one, do not react to your emotions. Maybe you think you see someone investing in something, now you want to do it, or you feel like this worked for someone else, you want to quickly hop into it. My friend, maybe there is something that you don't know that they did that maybe you may not be able to do it. Maybe they are just lucky. Don't compare yourself. Don't use your emotions. Don't say, oh, this one is nice. You have to understand before you get into it. Do not get into trouble by putting yourself in that trouble. The next one is peer pressure. Peer pressure is not for the teenagers, it's not for the young, it is for everybody. You see your friend has gotten into this business and you think it is the best business in the market, and you also want to join, not knowing that this person understands what they are doing, number one, and two, understands the risk. I think for me the big thing is you need to appreciate the risk before you get into something. For instance, it may sound small, but the moment you get into a car, you accept the possibility of an accident. Our prayer is that it will not happen, but in case it happens, it's a possibility, and that is why you take a cover. And obviously they say comprehensive insurance cover. Getting sick is a possibility. It's not a guarantee, but it's a possibility. The same thing, we also take an insurance cover for your health. Retirement is inevitable, so you prepare for that retirement. So many other things that you can tell, but you don't do them because your friend is doing it. You're doing it for your own comfort, for your own purpose. The next mistake is not diversifying your investment. Imagine if you put your everything, all your eggs in one basket, and something happened, your eggs are going to break. All of them. If you decide to go into stocks, diversify. There are a variety of stocks that you can take up. So take a number so that if one goes down, you have a fallback plan. Diversify as much as possible. If you decide to go the shares stocks way, you choose the different available options. If you decide maybe it's a business, you can sell different things. If you decide whatever it is, just look for a way of diversifying so that you don't lose your money. The next one is not having investment goals. If you do not know what you're investing for, it's just the same way we said. If you don't know what you're saving for, why should you even save? You should actually stop immediately, because you must have a purpose for everything that you're doing, so that you ensure you're not just wasting yourself, you're not just wasting your time, you're not just putting aside your money. You need to know what you're working towards. If it is your retirement, plan for your retirement. If it is for a big budget item, same thing. If it is to retire yourself early, same thing. If it is to grow your passive income, you must have a goal. Leave a comment down below if you are on top of your investment goal, if you're on top of your investment planning, and you have a goal. You can share with us one or two goals that you use for your investing. The next mistake is not understanding your risk tolerance. Let me tell you, it's not everyone who is warm to risk. Some people see risk and they run the other direction. You need to understand your risk tolerance so that you're able to focus. And by focusing, you know where you're going and how you will get there. Leave a comment down below if you're risk averse. The next mistake is only looking at the short term. Your life is not about 1 year, it's not about 5 years. You have a whole lifetime. As much as we don't know our last day, you have to plan for your future, not knowing when this future will end. Because if you don't plan and trouble happens, or you live longer than you think, then you will be in trouble. Imagine if you were to retire today and you don't even have an investment, you don't even have a shilling in saving, and you don't even have a retirement plan, aka pension. Where do you even start with your life? It would feel like you have wasted your entire life, because it cannot even take care of your own retirement. Leave a comment down below if you ever think and worry about your retirement more than your today. To be honest, I am one of those people. I am worried about my tomorrow more than today, because today we are surviving. COVID came and left, and we are still surviving. But you don't know about tomorrow. So as we focus on tomorrow, let's have that in mind, that life is not about your 1 year, 2 year, 5 year. It's a whole lifetime. And even if you're not there, you may have dependents who will need you even when you're not there. So you really need to have your investment game up there, so that you don't even leave people destitute. Maybe you had a mortgage, you can't pay, it's not insured, and your family is thrown out in the streets. There are so many things that can happen. It's important to have that in mind and focus on it as we focus on our investment. This dog will not allow me to prosper. The next thing is ignoring fees and commissions. Remember, if you're using an expert, you will need to pay for their fees, you need to pay for their commission. Have that in mind even as you start investing. The next mistake is not having proper advice. You need an expert to advise you. Remember, it's not a video, it's not a one-time thing. You need to understand end to end. Sit down, ask all the questions that you have, get all the answers, and get someone who is an expert in that field. Do not think because your friend did it is now an expert and he can guide you through the process. Of course, you can use a friend's sample, but have in mind that it is a personal thing to understand your own investment. This is about your money. Remember, it's not about our money, it's your money. So you need to focus on your money and ensuring it goes to the best use. The next mistake is over concentration. You cannot put everything on one portfolio. You say, I'm investing in shares, and you put everything in shares. What if they go down? You cannot put everything in a house. What if that house burns and maybe it's not insured, so you don't have any fallback plan? Maybe you have started a business, that is where you're getting your food from, where you're getting everything from. It goes down, everything is shattered when that happens. Be very conscious about that. The next one is, do not fall in love with a company unless it is your father's. You cannot fall in love with it or your own, because you need to understand that company before you put your money in it. If it is maybe your family business, you can give it your all to revive the business. But if it is another company, don't say, I'm buying shares because I like the company. There's nothing like love in investment. Investment is about business and making money and getting returns out of your own money and getting your money to work for you. Leave a comment down below with any other mistake and let us know what you think about this video, of course. And if you have missed the previous videos, check them out. And don't forget to share, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you on our next one. Bye.